Gaura-avatara Shri Ram. Hare Krishna Nam Gaura Karila Prachara Hare Krishna. Vasudeva Ghosha Bole Puri Joda Hata Vasu Jai Gaura Say Krishna Say Jagannatha Jai Jaya Jaya Jagannatha Sachiranandana Jaya Tribhuvane Kare Jar Charana Vandana Tribhuva Kare Jar Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Jaya Jaya Jagannatha Ch13-The Tribhuvane Kare Jar Charana Vandana. Jaya Jaya. Jaya Jaya Jagannatha Ch13-The Tribhuvane Kare Jar Charana Vandana. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannatha, Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannatha. Jaya Gauranithai, Jaya Gauranithai, Gauranithai, Jaya Gauranithai. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Chaitanya. Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana, Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari, Nadia Bihari, Gaura Hari, Mayapura Chandra, Gaura Hari, Maya Hari, Sachi Mata Pranadana, Gaura Hari, Sachi Mata Vishnu Priya Pranadana, Gaura Hari, Vishnu Priya Gaura Hari, Kali Yoga Avatari, Gaura Hari, Kalimalahari, Gaura Hari, Kalimala Gaura Hari, Nitayera Pranadana, Gaura Hari, Nitayera Patita Pavana, Gaura Hari, Patita Jai Hare Gara 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 Re Gara Jaya Ch13-The Gara Hare Jaya Ch13 Jaya Gauranithai Jaya Gauranithai Gauranithai Jaya Gauranithai Gauranithai Prabhupada 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 Jaya Nitai Gaur Harival 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 Nitai Gaur Harival Nitai Gaur Harival Nitai Gaur Harival Jai Om Vishnupada Paramhansa Privarjakacarya Ashtottara Shata Sri Srimati His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON founder Acharya, BPD founder Acharya, savior of the whole world, Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramhansa Parivrajakacarya, Ashtottara Shata Sri Srimat Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा पुरी धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की गंगा मैया की यमुना मैया की भक्ति देवी की श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र मैया की श्री श्री गौर निताय की श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर की श्री ग्रंथराज श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की श्री कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की श्री योगिनी एकादशी की दाय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Hare Krishna. Very happy to have the association is Sundarshyam Prabhu. He is a very senior okay. This one. Tony is very well known for his wonderful classes. And today also travels extensively to many places. Pune, places like Kanpur. We are having a function that will be with us. It becomes every couple of months, 3 to 4 times. So at this time, we are fortunate to have this association just before the Ratha-yātrā. So we requested Prabhu to speak on the topic of Ch13-The from Sri.
So this lecture series will continue for 3 days, today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow evenings. So Prabhuji will be speaking on this pastime of Ratha-yātrā. Apart from that, Prabhuji will be giving morning Srimad Bhagavatam classes from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock also. Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you for your warm welcome.
ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
So welcome to our discussion today evening on the topic of Ratha-yātrā.
Very important subject matter. As you can see, so much change over there. Altar is more or less empty. The big lords, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra are not there. They are sick. Our Lord becomes sick. He appears. He gets married, and he dances. He eats. He dresses himself in the best possible ways. He goes for outing, and what not. Lord is a person, supreme personality of Godhead. He has feeling. Absolute sentient, thou has proved. Impersonal calamity, thou has removed. As Srila Prabhupada in glorification of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his Guru Maharaj said that the Supreme Lord is a person, absolutely sentient. He is not a stone, feelingless, heartless person. No, he is a person. Absolute sentient, thou has proved. You have proved, my dear spiritual master. Impersonal calamity, thou has removed. The worst calamity in the creation is this impersonalism. That's why we find in the world today also, that is only the topmost problem. Problem is not Hindu-Muslim rights or enmity. Problem is not Coromandel express dashing on some other vehicle, other trains, and hundreds dying and thousands getting injured. And problem is not financial. Problem is not of that sort. The topmost problem is of relationships. One person is not able to get well with others. To the degree, even husband and wife are not able to gel in their relationship properly. So that is all because of impersonalism. So impersonalism is the biggest calamity in the creation. And that, my dear spiritual master, you have removed. So in these words, when Bhaktivinoda Thakur was glorified, he himself appreciated it the most. Generally, Acharya doesn't like his glorification, nor would he ever publicize it. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur personally would show, just see what is this Abhay Charanarvinda Das saying. Absolutely sentient, thou has proved. Impersonal calamity, thou has removed. How has he understood my heart? So he has understood my heart, and that time only Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that whatever Abhay Charanarvinda Das writes, just print it. No need to ask me. Otherwise, the rule was anybody writing anything first had to be shown to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Only when he approved or he gave some editing work, then after editing, when he approved, then only it would be going for printing, not otherwise. But Prabhupada got that liberty. He won the confidence of his spiritual master. That's why his any article written would be directly published. So that is most important, and this Ratha-yātrā in that context is the most activity, because the Lord comes out in order to remove his Lord personally comes in the form of Daru Brahma, in the wooden forms. And then not only he's in the temple, but he only comes on the chariot and goes in the streets of Jagannath Puri. It is said that when the patient is too sick, doctor himself has to go to patient's house to cure him, to treat him. So likewise, Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra themselves come out on the chariots and give darshan to one and all. And this has been going on for millenniums. Anybody knows? Just raise hand if you know. How long is Ratha-yātrā festival? Those who know, they will not tell. Those who don't know, they will tell. Nobody knows? It's going on for 15 crore 34 lakhs years. How much? So what, Prabhu? You're faking anything. Just because we don't know, you are taking undue advantage and saying anything and everything. So Lord appeared almost in the Swayambhu Manu's period, who is the first Manu. Though in one sense, in the Swarochis Manu's, second Manu's time, he got installed, because in between King Indradyumna went to get Brahma, and there he was there for some time. Meanwhile, here thousands of years passed by. But anyway, second Manu. So second Manu, then third Manu, fourth Manu, fifth Manu, sixth Chakshush Manu, seventh Manu, Vaivasvat Manu is going on. Of that also 27 Manvantaras are over. This is 28th Manvantar. In that also, Satya Yuga is over, Treta Yuga is over, Dwapar Yuga is over, Kali Yuga, 5,000 years are also over. So just a bit calculation. This itself, if you see, Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years. Treta Yuga, double of that, 8,64,000 years. Treta Yuga, triple of Kali Yuga, and Satya Yuga, 4 times of Kali Yuga. This itself makes it 43 lakhs 20,000 years. This itself has come to 43 lakhs 20,000 years. So now this is only Vaivasvat Manu. Before that, so many Manus were also there. So all that, if you calculate all that put together, then it comes to around 15 crore 34 lakhs years. Because in each day of Brahma, there are 14 Manus. So we just saw first Manu onward, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh is going on. And each Manu's period is 71 Manvantaras. That means 71 Chatur Yugas. We already discussed that comes to 43 lakhs 20,000 years. So multiplied by 71. That is one Manu's period. Then second Manu, third Manu, fourth Manu, fifth Manu, sixth Manu, and seventh Manu, so many years are also over. So it all together comes to 15 crore 34 lakhs years. Long. This is the oldest festival in the creation. Sometimes people in different religions are very proud. This festival, ours, is going on for last 100 years. And many shops also, they say, no, shop which was opened in 1989 or something like that, 47, British time. This road is 200-year old. And Prabhupada was asked, they were celebrating the, what they call, the city was Los Angeles or some city. And they were saying that this is the oldest city in America. So then it was asked, His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj saying, how old? That celebration, 100 years old. I said, this is nothing. 200 years old, nothing. We hear of Varanasi, we hear of Haridwar. 5,000 years back in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is written that Vidurji, when he went, he was there at Haridwar. Then Varanasi, we hear Lord, our Shankar, Shivji destroyed, he was given Ekam. So, it is 5,000 years. We don't talk only of any city 200 years, 5,000s and thousands of years old. So Vedas are giving vast information of knowledge. These are the oldest. And that is what is Sanatan Dharma also. Nowadays, a lot of talk on YouTube about Sanatan Dharma, Hinduism, and so many other things. Anybody knows the definition of Sanatan Dharma? Just raise your hand if you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe we should ask. Let's see. No, not eternity. Eternity is Sanatan. I'm asking about Sanatan Dharma.
Yes. Who else raised hand? Okay, your answer is though incomplete, but closer. Anybody else? Because many people will ask you, what is Sanatan Dharma? Hindus will ask you. A lot of talk against Islam and Christianity that we are Sanatan Dharma. What is it? Yes. That's what he told. Yes. No. Any other? Okay, it's okay. Not complete. Service to Lord. That is also incomplete. That is Sanatan. But I am asking about Sanatan Dharma. Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada gives that definition either in preface or maybe in introduction to Bhagavad Gita as it is. The eternal relationship of the eternal Jiva with the eternal Lord in the eternal sky is called as eternal occupation, Sanatan Dharma. 4 eternals. सनातन जीव का सनातन भगवान के साथ सनातन धाम में जो सनातन संबंध है उसको सनातन धर्म कहते हैं. सनातन 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 Sanatan Jiva, Sanatan Lord, Sanatan relationship in Sanatan sky, eternal sky. That is Sanatan Dharma. Very nice definition. You memorize it. Easy to remember as such and tell others because most of the population doesn't know only. 99.99 or you can say 108% of Hindus don't know only, more or less. So it is our duty to enlighten. And for that, we should read Prabhupada books to know what is he saying. Otherwise, we ourselves will not be very clear. Okay, anyway, so such a long celebration, so long it has been going on, 15 crore, 34 lakh. And I think in the recent visit of Radhesham Prabhu, His Grace Radhesham Prabhu, he spoke about Gundicha Marjan. So though every king of Odisha, and there had been hundreds ever since King Indradyumna, they had been taking care of cleaning this Gundicha temple before their Lordship Jagannath Baldev Subhadra arriving in their Rath carts. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived there, or rather, he arrived in 1510 in Chaitra month. He took, he left home in Magh month. Then in Phalgun, he took sannyas. In Chaitra month, he came to Jagannath Puri Dham, and Vaishak beginning, he left for South India tour. And he came almost after 2 years, and that was the time for Ratha-yātrā to begin. So in one sense, from 1512, he took sannyas in 1510. 1512 is the time when he has been there in Puri. Earlier, his visit was short while only, 1 month, 1.5 months. So now he called the superintendent of the temple, Sarvam Bhattacharya and others, that we will clean this temple of Gundicha. So you can see Mahaprabhu personally showed through his own example how the devotee should be very much eager in rendering this service of cleansing the temple. Shri Vigraharadhana Nitya Nana Shringara Tanmandira Marjanadav Yuktasya Bhaktamscha Niyunjatopi Vande Guraho Shri Charanaravindam. That spiritual master, Shri Vigraha Aradhan, worshipping their lordships, the deities. Aradhana Nitya Nana Shringar, always doing Shringar, decoration for the deities, dressing twice in ISKCON. Apart from that, also we wish to offer fresh flowers. And just like here, we don't have Srimati Radharani, but in Radharani's left hand, there is a bouquet of flowers, and right hand, many times garland. So that we change in the afternoon also in summer season. Because by the time morning we put it by 6:30, and altar opens at 7:30. And then by the time it is 4:30, evening altar opening, by that time the flowers wilt, they become dry to some extent or the other. They become like this. So again, fresh flowers are offered. So Shringara Tan Mandira Marjanado. Shri Vigraha Aradhana Nitya Nana Shringar. Shringara Tan Mandir Marjanado. And then margin, cleansing of the temple of the Lordship. So this is very important activity which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu participated. You might have heard from him in details. So now, after that is over,
description which comes in Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita's pages by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, the 13th chapter of Madhya Lila, which is entitled The Ecstatic Dancing of the Lord at Ratha-yātrā. So this is very important activity. Ratha-yātrā had been going on before also, as we said, 15 crore 34 lakhs years. It has been continuous only except 12 years in which Aurangzeb stopped it. No Ratha-yātrā, complete stopping. If anybody tries, he will be killed on the spot. So no Ratha-yātrā happened for 12 years because of the tyrant Aurangzeb. But then Lord Jagannath arranged, and again the permission was given. So for so long it had been going on. But when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was present in Sri Jagannath Puri Dham, and he personally participating in Ratha-yātrā, this is no match. This is out of the world experience. And this is in the words of King Prataparudra himself, who from his birth, from childhood only, had been seeing Ratha-yātrā every year, because he is the son of the king of Odisha, Purushottam Dev Rai, his son, this Prataparudra king. So he had seen so many kirtan parties participating in Ratha-yātrā, but not like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's devotees. Aiche prema, aiche nrutya, aiche hari dhvani, kabhu nahi dekhi ami, kabhu nahi shuni. Aiche prem, this kind of love for Lord Jagannath. Aiche prema, aiche nrutya, such kind of dancing. Aiche hari dhvani, and such loud chanting of Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, just see. So Lord Chaitanya's young soldiers, they are there getting ready to grow big. So Kabhu nahi shuni, kabhu nahi dekhi. I never heard this kind of kirtan. I never saw such kind of ecstatic dancing. So that is the certificate that Gaurang Mahaprabhu and his associates achieved by the king of Odisha, Prataparudra. Though he had seen thousands of kirtan parties, but not like this. And he gave certificate. What more than it, that is required. So now here in this chapter, we'll get the glimpse of it, or full display of it. How Mahaprabhu becomes ecstatic. Because why? His Holiness Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj describes two things. Now one is called as Vidhur, and other is called as Vidhva. Vidhva means Dhava. Dhava means husband, and V means without. That woman who is without husband is called as Vidhva, a widow. Just like Madhav, Dhav means husband, Ma means mother. So the husband of goddess of fortune. Ma means Lakshmi Ma, goddess of fortune. So husband. So Madhav, Prabhupada gives translation in first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. The husband of goddess of fortune is Madhav. So likewise Vidhva, or the woman who doesn't have husband is called as Vidhva, widow. And husband who has lost his wife, whose wife is dead, he is called a Vidhur. How many of you heard this word? Is it there in Kannada? Vidhur. Is it there? There, no? In Marathi also it is there, Vidhur. So many people know Vidhva word, but many don't know Vidhur word. So now what is happening in the Ratha-yātrā? Vidhur and Vidhva are coming in front of each other. So only they can really appreciate in the presence of each other. Because one who is in separation from wife and the other one is in separation from husband. When they come together, so there is amazing, ecstatic, emotional exchange. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is who? He is Krishna, but in the mood of Srimati Radharani, who is away from Krishna. Srimati Radharani, who is away from Krishna. And Jagannath is Krishna, but who is in separation from Srimati Radharani. So you understand? Vidhur and Vidhva. This is His Holiness Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj, Rasik devotee in our ISKCON. So he gives this concept. So when they come, it's like in Hindi they say Sone pe Suhaga. So it's very high class. And that we'll get full understanding of that in this chapter. So we'll begin with the first verse. All the first verses of the any chapter in Chaitanya Charitamrita are generally in Sanskrit. And they give the gist, they give the summary of the whole chapter. Please repeat after me. Sajiyat Krishna Chaitanya Shri Rathagre Nanartayah Ye Nasit Jagatam Chitram Jagannathopi Vismitaha. May the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, who danced in front of the car of Shri Jagannath, be all glorified. By seeing his dancing, not only was the whole universe held in wonder, but Lord Jagannath himself became very much astonished. So what more than that? So very amazing. So now I'll go fast. Jaya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Generally, second verse is always glorification, all this personality. All glories to Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityam Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, and all the devotees of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jaya Shrota Gana Shuna Kari Ekaman Ratha-yātrā Nritya Prabhur Parama Mohan. All glories to Shrotas. So all of you are glorified by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Just by hearing Chaitanya Leela, you will be glorified. And not by some Tom, Dick, Harry, but by Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. So what more than that? Many times we say, no, all glories to assembled devotees. That means it is very important to be part of that assembly in the temple hall. If you are online, then you are not being glorified. You are not assembled. You are dissembled. You are scattered all over the city. So coming in the midst of Vaishnavas is very important, very much glorified. So just by hearing as a part of audience is also leads to being glorified. Jaya Shruta Gana Shona Ekakari Man, make your mind one. That means focused. For hearing this, Ratha-yātrā Nritya Prabhura Parama Mohan. This dancing of Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in front of Rath car of Shri Jagannath is most enchanting. So now the pastime begins. After the description of Gundicha Mandir, Marjan, etc. Then there is soon Netrotsa. Just little darshan of Jagannath we can have on the day of Gundicha Mandir, Marjan, or next day. That day itself, I think. So that is called a Netrotsav, festival for eyes. Then Anavasar. This period what is going on is Anavasar. Avsar nahi hai jab, wo hai Anavasar. When there is no opportunity for the eyes to behold the beautiful forms of their lordships, Shri Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, that is called Anavasar. That would be too much unbearable for Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So not being able to bear that separation, he would leave Jagannath Puri Dham to go to Alarnath, around 25 kilometers away from Jagannath Puri. That is Alarnath, on the sea beach only, where Lord Janardhan is there. Lord Krishna in the form of Janardhan, beautiful deity. How many of you had been to Alarnath? Most of the devotees, not most, maybe less than half it seems, have not gone only. That's a very beautiful place. Mahaprabhu there also in separation from Jagannath would lie down on one stone, huge Shila, and because of the heat in his body, the stone below, whatever part of the body touched the stone, that part melted. And the impressions of his back got formed on that stone. How many of you took darshan of that stone? All those who had been to Alarnath must have taken that. It's just next to the temple only, within the temple campus only. So very amazing. So that's what is being described now. So then he would come for Netra Utsav then, taking darshans of their lordships. Very beautiful darshan. Netra Utsav, festival for eyes. Eyes which were kind of starving till now. Eyes, sense gratification or Vishay Vastu is what? The form. Which form? Lord's form. So that form of the Lord was not visible for so long, for a fortnight. Now Lord is giving darshan, so that is Netrotsav. And then next day is Ratha-yātrā. So we'll begin with that. Here the story begins. Aradina Mahaprabhu Hayasa Vadham Ratri Ganasangi Kaila Pratasnan. Next day, the day when Ratha-yātrā was there, Mahaprabhu he got awakened early in the morning, when it was night only, Ratra Uthi. It was after later part of night. Ganasangi Kaila Pratasnan. He took bath along with his associates and he proceeded. Pandu Vijay Dekhi Bare Korila Gami Jagannath Yatra Kaila Chhadi Simhasan. He went to take darshan of Pandu Vijay festival. He desired
to see that. So he went. Ratha-yātrā kaila chhadi simhasan. Jagannath Lord left his simhasan, the Vedi simhasan, and he left for, when he leaves for Jagannath's cart. On the way, this festival is there called Pandu Vijay, in which there are several cotton pads, like pillows. They are kept at certain intervals, and the pandas carry Jagannath on their shoulders, tying him with ropes, etc. And they carry him from the Vedi, from the platform altar. They will, because he's very heavy, all three are very heavy. So after some distance, they have to keep them down. So they will keep him down. And then after again, some time lifting, again putting on the next, like that step by step, and eventually is taken on the cart. So that festival is called as Pandu Vijay. Apani Pratap Rudra Laya Patragam Mahaprabhu Vijay Darshan. King Pratap son, as well as his entourage, allowed the Pandu Vijay ceremony to be seen by all the associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There are thousands of people who gather there. Thus, it's not so easy to get to see that Pandu Vijay so easily. But King Prataprudra is very particular that Mahaprabhu and his associates have to get opportunity. So he has arranged the scene in that way, arranged the facility in that way. Advaita Nitayadi Sangye Bhaktagan Sukhi Mahaprabhu Dekhe Ishwargaman, along with Nityan Prabhu and Advaitacharya and other associates, Mahaprabhu happily took darshan of Lord Jagannath going step by step towards his cart. Balishta Dalita Gana Yena Matta Hati Jagannath Vijay Karaya Kori Hata Hati. The very strongly built Daitas, carriers of the Jagannath deity, were as powerful as drunken elephants. They naturally carried Lord Jagannath from the throne to the, they manually carried Lord Jagannath from the throne to the car. So this, many times it is, if you have seen that, at least on TV, so it appears like Lord is being moved in a particular way, just like in Brahmotsav, many times in Tirupati, Balaji and other. So every day there is different gati. Sometimes Hamsa Gati, Mayura Gati, Gaja Gati, Simha Gati, Vyagra Gati, Sarpa Gati. So these are Gati. Gati means moments. Sometimes the Lord will go like peacock, like the way peacock goes, and sometimes like a Simha, like a lion. Then he will look back. Simhavalokan, lion while walking, then he looks back again. That is called a Simhavalokan. Then like that different gatis are there. So it appears like Lord Jagannath is also going in a particular gati. It may be hard to understand that. So once His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj had asked that Ram Mishra or somebody who is one of the pandas, that how you people pandas, when you carry Lord Jagannath to cart, you move him in that particular way, it looks nice. So then that Ram Mishra said, no, we don't move. It is Lord Jagannath who is so intoxicated because of seeing thousands of his devotees, that he in that intoxicated condition, he goes mad, like intoxicated fellow, how he will walk. He doesn't walk straight. He has no control over himself. So like that Lord goes, and we fellows are pushed by that gati of the Lord only. It is not that we move the Lord in a particular way. And those who move him, Balishta Daitagan, these are very powerful Daitas. So Daitas are Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas. So these are the Shabaras also, because a long story, in case many times, how many of you heard Jagannath's story? Yeah, heard. So Vidyapati was sent by King Indradumna from Avanti Desh, Ujjain, to Nilachal, and he got married to Lalita, the daughter of Vishwavasu, the Shabara king, who was in charge or was taking care of Lord Neelamadhav in the first part of Brahma's life. And then next part begins, in which Lord Neelamadhav no more remains, he disappears, and Lord comes in Daru Brahma form, in the wooden forms of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. So there, this Vidyapati, he was Brahmin, but he got married to this Shabara girl, Lalita. And eventually when they produce children, so they are Brahmanas. But she is a Shabara, she is a low class woman. But then it's a combination, you understand, highest Jati, Brahman, to the lowest, not even Shudra in one sense. They take care of pigs. Shabaras take care of pigs. Vishwavasu was taking care of pigs. So such a girl he married to, but they are sons, they are Brahmanas also. And the other Shabaras, they are purely Shabaras, in a sense, there is no Brahman there. So they all take care of Lord Jagannath, even in this one Anavasar period also they take care, and many other services they have. They are given special position. The Brahman Shabaras, that is called Daita Patis. Others are Daitas, but these are Daita Patis. They take care of Lord's herbs, medicines during his sickness for these 15 days. कतक दयिता करे स्कंद आलंबन कतक दयिता धारे श्री Padmachari. While carrying the deity of Lord Jagannath, some of the Daitas took hold of the shoulders of the Lord and some caught his lotus feet. So they are very intimate with the Lord. You see Panda on the cart, Jagannath is there, Jagannath is like this. The Panda will keep his hands like that and he will be resting on Jagannath. Can anyone dare to do that with the Lord? But Lord Krishna is so amazing. With him we have 5 rasas, and particularly the top 3. That Krishna is my friend, Krishna is my son, and Krishna is my lover. Sakhyaras, Vatsalyaras, Madhuriras. This is possible only with Krishna. And with the Pandas we can see in particular, they exhibit it so amazingly. They consider Jagannath to be their friend only. Katitata, Katitate, the Lord Jagannath was bound at the waist by a strong thick rope made of silk. From 2 sides, the Daitas caught hold of this rope and raised the deity. So they catch him by the ropes and then take him ahead. Ucha Drudhatuli Sabha Patisthani Sthani Ekatuli Haite Twaraya Aratulite Ani. So when they are taking like this, when Lord is taken and he's kept on that tuli, that means that cotton pad or cotton pillow, sometimes it bursts open and all the cotton is scattered all over like that. So then immediately the next one is also brought. I believe there is a photo of this. Here we have famous photo. King Prataprudra is sweeping the floor in front. So you can see the cotton, white cotton there, because the pillow has burst open. Pillow is not so much visible, but the cotton which has been flying in the sky, that is visible there. So that is called a Pandu Vijay. Pada ghate tuli haya khanda khanda tula saba odijaya shabda prachanda. So by the Lord's so much heavy weight, that cotton pillow bursts open and all the cotton spreads all around. Sometimes children play, no? It'll take the pillow is broken, it's burst open, or sometimes they will only tear it out, take all the cotton and throw everywhere. So here Lord Jagannath, just by the touch of his lotus foot, everything breaks open, the cotton pillow, and everywhere it goes, and produced sound is so tumultuous, cracking, heavy cracking sound is seen. Vishwambara Jagannath Kechalai Pare Apan Icha Chale Karute Mihare. Who can make Lord Jagannath walk? He walks by his own desire. He wants to take a stroll around. In fact, he tells Lakshmi Devi that I had been saying always inside the house, I'll just go for some strolling. So, okay, fine, go. And I'll just come in few days. That's why when he doesn't come after 5 days also, Lakshmi herself comes with her maid servants, her assistants. And then they beat Jagannath and his soldiers, saying that coming or not, coming. Then Ultharat, return Ratha-yātrā. Then Lord comes, and many other pastimes are there. Mahaprabhu Manima Kare Dhani Nanavadya Kolahale Kichani. Mahaprabhu shout, Manima. Manima means a very respectable person in Odia language. So he's saying, but sound around is all the noise around is so huge, so loud. Nobody could hear that Mahaprabhu chanting Manima. Prabhu Prataprudra Kare Apani Sevan Suvarna Marjanita Kare Patra Sammarjan. So when that was happening, immediately King Prataprudra took one golden broom and started sweeping the road in front of Lord Jagannath. So this pleased Mahaprabhu so much that Mahaprabhu decided to give him mercy, and we'll find eventually King Prataprudra did get mercy of the Lord. चंदना जलते करे प्रथम निषेचन तुच्छ सेवा कर श्री राज सिंहासन Chandan Jalati Kari, Pathas Nisechane. The king sprinkled the road with sandalwood scented water. Although he was the owner of the royal throne, he engaged in menial service for the sake of Lord Jagannath. So even if one may be a king, emperor, or whatever, in front of the Lord he is a servant only. So he should do some tuchha seva, some menial service. Everybody should do. How many of you have swept that road in front of Lord Jagannath? Yeah, that fortune we have in ISKCON. In fact, we have maybe more margins. Maybe 3, 4 we have. We don't have golden ones. If sponsored, we could have that also. Then we'll have some other devotee allotted. Whatever gold falls, stick, we'll pick it up. Otherwise, we'll have a lot of loss. So king was doing this. उत्तम हरिराज करे तुच्छ सेवन अतः जगन्नाथ कृपारंभजन. Though he is so exalted, he is the king of entire Orissa, he was rendering such humble menial service. That's why he became the recipient of Lord Jagannath's mercy. महाप्रभु सुख पाइला से सेवा देखिते महाप्रभु कृपा हइला से सेवा होइते. Upon seeing the king engaged in such menial service, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very happy. Simply by rendering this service, the king received the mercy of the Lord. Then Prabhupada quotes, Athapi te tevra badam bhujadvaya. One cannot get the mercy of the Lord, but if he gets even a drop of it, lesha anugraha evahi. So he can know the tattva of the Lord. Janati tattvam bhagavan mahimno. Otherwise, Lord cannot be understood tattvataha. Janma karma chame divyam evam yovetti tattvataha. To know Krishna as is not easy at all. Very, very difficult. So we have to know Krishna. We have to become lovers of Krishna, but for that we have to know him properly. Otherwise, many people misunderstand, and even devotees misunderstand because they don't read proper books, so they don't get proper understanding of what Krishna is like, and then they misunderstand Krishna, thinking that Krishna is very cruel, Krishna is unfair. So much of partiality goes on in Vaishnava community because the service authority is like that. TMC is like that, our president is like that, and ultimately cause of all causes, Krishna is only unfair. So one blames Krishna in the core of one's heart, and that's how he is not knowing tattva of Krishna properly. Vai Krishna tattva vetta sai guru hoy. One doesn't have to be born in Brahmin family or any exalted position. Kiba vitra kiba nasi shudra kenu noy. Jai Krishna Tattvavetta Sai Guru Hoy. One may be born in low family also. Kipa Vipra, Kipa Nyasi, one could be a sannyasi, one could be Shudra. But if he knows the science of Krishna, Krishna Tattva, he is Guru. So Prabhupada, he is giving us that understanding, provided we read his books. Otherwise, we misunderstand Krishna. You do one exercise, I will tell you. 4.14, 5.15 and 9.9. 3 purports. Same verse is quoted by Prabhupada from Vedanta Sutra. Vedanta Sutra aphorisms are so difficult to understand. But same aphorism is quoted in 3 purports. Prabhupada did not want to make Bhagavad Gita voluminous. Why did he take trouble of writing 3 times? Same Bhagavad Gita, some other book understandable. Vaishamya nirgrunti na sapekshatvat yatha dahi darshayati. This is the verse. Vaishamya and Nirgrunya. Lord doesn't have Vishamta, unfairness. He is Samata. He has Samata. He is equal to all. And Nirgrunya, he is not cruel. Grunta. He is not cruel. He is merciful. Sapekshatvat yatha hi darshayati na. We will not find these 2 qualities in the Lord. Vishamta, unfairness, and Nirgrunya, that is cruelty. These 2 are not there. Lord is always merciful, Lord is always loving. But many times we don't understand that, and we keep blaming the Lord for so many bad things happening in our life. But a pure devotee, as per Brahma's statement in 10:14:8, Brahmaji's prayers, Tatyanukam Sushamiksham Jana Evatma Kritam Vipankam No matter how many bad things happen in a pure devoted life, he always takes the blame on himself, saying that this is all because of my past misdeeds. I had been very sinful. I am aparadhi. So that's why I'm suffering. Krishna is not to be blamed. I am only to be blamed. In fact, I'm supposed to suffer million times more. But Krishna, being very merciful, he is giving just a token punishment. I'm supposed to suffer million times more. This is pure devotee. And this is as far as cruelty is concerned. So when something bad happens in our life, in our to our gross body, we may say Krishna is very cruel. Why is he doing like this? I am after all 16 rounder. I am initiated devotee. I am senior devotee. I am this, I am that. So many things. So we blame Krishna. And secondly, when we find with other devotees some kind of, or with us some partialities, oh, this Prabhu is partial to this group of devotees, only to his counsellors. This president is partial to only his people. And towards us, he is not doing so well. So we keep seeing all this because of our wrong understanding of Krishna. We don't know Krishna Tattva. And indirectly we blame Krishna only. And pure devotees don't blame Krishna for whatever that happens. Prabhupada said in the one of the last purports, Prabhupada before leaving from this world, everything is moving by the will of the Supreme Lord. This consciousness is called as Krishna consciousness. So anything that we see in life around us, in our life around us, we should know it's all Krishna is the controller. It's the will of the Lord. Ishavasamidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bhunjitha nagrudakasya siddhanam. Everything animate and inanimate. This is inanimate. And then all of us animate. Sajiv Nirjiv is owned and controlled by the Supreme Lord. So Lord is the owner of everything. I am not the owner. I may be caretaker, but I am not the owner at all. And he is the controller also. How the things move, how that fan is moving, how this fan is moving. Krishna is in control. So that is because some electric energy is produced. How it is produced? Maybe the windmills are going on. So that it is, and why windmills are going on like that? The wind is blowing. Why is wind blowing? Madhya Vati Vatoyam, Lord Kapila says. Because of fear of me, the wind blows. Because of fear of me, the fire goes with such intensity. So we have to be very clear about Krishna Tattva, then we will not have any problem. So anyway, we'll go ahead. Ratirasa jani dekhi loke chamatkar nava hema ratha sumeru akar. People were surprised to see this Ratha, the decoration on the Rath, because it was like a new golden mountain, Sumeru Parvat. We all know Sumeru Parvat, huge, 1 lakh yojanas tall, 84,000 yojanas above Bhumandal, and 16,000 yojanas below Bhumandal. Altogether 1 lakh yojanas. 1 yojan is 8 miles. Can you imagine? Solid gold mountain. So this Rath cart was also appearing like Sumeru mountain. Shata Shata Suchamara Darpan Ujjal Upare Pataka Shobe Chandoya Nirmal. What are the decoration? Hundreds and hundreds of very beautiful chamaras. That also you can see. You see the photo of Ratha-yātrā, you will find the chamaras hanging there. You see, this is famous photo. So this white, what you see from distance, these are all chamaras, one after other. They are arranged. So hundreds and hundreds of, and they are on the top also. They are on this also, up also, and this also. Both the floors have so many hundreds of chamaras. Shata Shata Su Chamara Darpan Ujjwal, and there are also mirrors. Upare Pataka Chandoya Nirmal, and also there were patakas. Patakas, what in English? Flags. Okay, flags. In particular, that triangular that is called as pataka. Flags many times like this. This triangular pataka shobe Chandoya Nirmal. On the top of the car were a neat and clean canopy and a very beautiful flag. The car was also decorated with silken cloth and various pictures. Many brass bells, gongs, and ankle bells rang. So much of instruments are there. Lilaya chadila Ishvara Rathera Upar Arade Rathe Chade Subhadra Haladar. For his pastime of taking a stroll of the street of Jagannath Puri Dham, Lord Jagannath climbed on the Rath chariot, and his brother and sister Baldev and Subhadra, they also got onto their own chariots. Panchadasha Dina Ishvara Mahalakshmi Layam क्रीडा for 15 days of Anavasar. Lord is with Lakshmi alone. She is taking care of her sick husband. And at that time, he is in seclusion with her. Tahara Sammatilaya Bhakti Sukhaditi Rathi Chadi Vahira Haila Vihara Karite. So he tells that for the pleasure of devotees, I'll just take a stroll, I'll go. I'll come in few days. I'll going for some outing. Just like after lockdown, so many people wanted to go out. Enough. So all the time in the house, I'm going mad inside the house. Let me go out. So similar, Lord is also taking permission of Lakshmi Devi. Sukshma Shweta Valu Path Poli Niprasana Devi Prota Sab Yanavrindavan. So when Jagannath got onto his cart, he's seeing the grand road, but and the other side also. So Grand Road, now we have almost tar road there, but earlier days it was only Pulina. Now it is only Shvetavalu. White sand is there all throughout the path, around 3 kilometers from Nilachal to Sundarachal, from Shri Mandir, that is Jagannath Mandir, to Gundicha Mandir. So Sukshma Shvetavalu, very what you call fine white powder like Vrajaraj. Pulinirasam was like the banks of the Yamuna in Sri Vrindavan Dham. If you see the banks of Yamuna, have this fine particles of sand that is called as Vajaraj. But the Totas of Vrindavan, and both the side here and here, Lord Jagannath is seeing nice gardens like Vrindavan. Ratha-chadi Jagannatha Karila Gaman Dui Parshve Dekhi Chale Ananditaman. So when Lord Jagannath got onto his chariot and was moving forward, both sides, seeing both the sides, he was completely in bliss. Gauda Sabaratani Kariya Ananda Kshanishigra Chalerata Kshane Chalamanda. The pillars of the car were known as Gaudas, and they pulled with great pleasure. However, the car sometimes went very fast and sometimes very slow. So they are pulling with great pleasure and also means great force. But the cart is going sometimes with very high speed and sometimes slowly. Why? Because cart moves by the will of Lord Jagannath, not by anybody else's will and wish. So sometimes the car would come to standstill. Even people are pulling with full force. Cart will not move ahead because it moves by the desire of Lord and not by anybody's strength. Sabe Mahaprabhu Sabha Layam Tagan Swahaste Paraile Sabe Malya Chandan. How to have beginning of any ceremony? It's Mahaprabhu showing. As the car stood still, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gathered all his devotees and with his own hand decorated them with flower garlands and sandalwood pulp. So anybody participating in Ratha-yātrā is special. Or for that matter, any service. In Gundicha Mandir also you must have seen that day Mahaprabhu gives each devotee a broomstick, and also he applies chandan to their forehead and gives garland also. So many places. Similarly, in the first Gaur Purnima festival in Kheturi Gram, after some years of Mahaprabhu's departure from this world, there also we find that all the instruments were worshipped. Kartas, mridang, they were applied chandan, they were offered flowers. All the musical instruments who are expansions of Baldev, they are also to be worshipped, they are also to be respected. So Mahaprabhu is empowering his devotees with garlands and sandalwood pulp. Paramananda Puriyara Bharati Brahmananda Shri Ste Chandanapaya Badilananda. These two seniors of Mahaprabhu, the disciples of Sripad Madhya Puri, sannyasi disciples, Paramananda Puri and Bharati, getting the chandan applied by Lord's lotus hands to their foreheads, they became ecstatic. Advaita Acharya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Hasta Sparsha Dohara Hailananda And these are kind of equals of Mahaprabhu, Advaitacharya, Nityananda. They are also ecstatic because they are getting the Hasta Sparsha, the touch of the lotus hands of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Kirtaniya Ganadila Malya Chandan Swarup Srivasaya Mukhe Duvijan. All the Kirtaniyas, those who are going to participate, going to perform Sankirtan, they were offered garlands, they were offered sandalwood. And in them, particularly special, their head of them all, Swarup Damodar Goswami and Srivas Thakur. Chari Sampradaya Haila Chabisha Gayan, Duvi Mardangika, Haila Ashtajam. Chari Sampradaya. Now here the description. How, if in your upcoming Ratha-yātrā, if you wish, you could have similar way. If you have so many devotees. And exactly like that, we can follow in the footsteps of Chaitanya. Chari Sampradaya, 4 groups. Haila Chabisha Gayan. And in that, comprising of 24 chanters. That means in each group, 6. 4 parties, totally 24 singers, chanters. So in each group, 6. And Dui Mardangika Haila Ashtajam. And in each group, 2 Mridanga players. So that way, 8. Making an additional 8 persons. तब महाप्रभु मने विचार करिया चारि संप्रदाय दिला गायन बंटी. When the 4 parties were formed, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after some consideration, divided the chanters. Nityananda Advaita Haridasa Vakreshwari Charijani Agya Dila Nritya Karivari. Now 4 dancers in 4 groups. First is Advaitacharya. Here sequence is different. That doesn't matter anyway. Advaitacharya, Nityananda Prabhu, Haridas Thakur and Vakreshwar Pandit. Vakreshwar Pandit at times could dance for 72 hours at a stretch. Anybody in your ICC congregation, ICC Bangalore congregation? 72 hours at a stretch. So much so that who lead kirtan for him to dance? He will be ecstatic devotee, but where is the ecstatic singer? So Mahaprabhu will lead kirtan then. To dance for 72 hours. Lord is so merciful. Mahaprabhu instructed him. Now details. This is general. Now details. The head of the first group of devotees is Swarup Damodar Goswami. Ara Pancha Janadila Tara Paligan, and he was assisted by 5 more devotees in chanting. In those days, no sound system. So what is to be done? This all devotees will sing simultaneously. The 6 singers will simultaneously sing. So there will be loud sound. There is no sound system. Whatever sound system, Stranger and Bose and whatever else we have, JBL or UBL, I don't know what it is. So that kind of sound system is not there. So many devotees simultaneously singing. Damodara Narayana Datta Govinda Ram Pandita Arya Shri Govindananda. He responded to the singing of Swarup Damodar Pandit, Narayan, Govinda Datta, Rangha Pandit, and Sri Govindananda. So Swarup Damodar Goswami, along with him, 5 more singers, chanters. So total 6 in each group. Advaita Nritya Kari Bharet Agya Dila Srivasa Pradhana Arya Sampradaya Kaila. So Advaita Acharya is the lead dancer in this. Imagine Advaita Acharya, what is his age? Mahaprabhu in 1512 is how much? 14 plus 12, 26. 26 plus almost 50. Advaita Acharya is around 75 years old, approximate. He is almost 51, 52 years elder to Mahaprabhu. And he is going to dance. He is ecstatic. And the next group, Srivasa Pradhana Sampradaya Kaila. So next group leader is Srivas Thakur. Gangadasa Haridasa Sri Mahishubananda Sri Pandita Nachinityananda. The 5 singers who responded to the singing of Srivas Thakur were Gangadas, Haridas, Sriman, Shubhanan, and Sri Ram Pandit. Sri Nityananda Prabhu was appointed as a dancer. Nityananda Prabhu is the chief dancer, the lead dancer there in the second group. Vasudeva Gopinatha Murari Jahagan Mukunda Pradhana Kaila Arasam Pradhana. Another group was formed consisting of Vasudeva, Gopinath, and Murari. All these were responsive singers, and Mukunda was the chief singer. So they are responsive singers and Mukunda is the chief. So 1 plus 5. Shrikanta Vallabhasena I Aradu Jan Haridasa Thakurataha Korena. Another two persons, Shrikant and Vallabh joined as responsive singers. Because earlier Vasudev, Gopinath and Murari, three were told, along with Mukunda. Two more are remaining, so they are here. Shrikant and Vallabh. And there the lead dancer is Haridas Thakur. Govinda Ghosha Pradhan Kaila are Sampradhan. The fourth group has Govinda Ghosh as the lead person. Haridas, Vishnudas, Raghav Yahagai. And Haridas, Vishnudas, and Raghav, they are responding singers. Madhya Vasudev Ghosh, Dui Sahadar. These two more, 3 plus 2, 5. 5 assistants always with the lead singer. Nrutyakar Enataha Pandita Vakrishwar, and there, this is the fourth group. The Vakrishwar Pandit is the lead dancer. Now these 4 are going to be in front, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also appointing 3 more groups. On the left side of cart, right of cart, and back side of the cart. So one now. Kulina Gramira Eka Kirtan Samaj Tahanritya Karina Ramananda Satyaraj. So Kulina Gram was very dear to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is ahead of Katwa. How many of you want to Katwa? Where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas. So from there you have to go further ahead. Katwa goes little right. So then there is Jajigram, Srinivas Acharya's place. And then a road goes far inside. How many of you had been to Kulinagram? This is very rare to be. You had been? Very beautiful place, very nice place. Once I had the opportunity to go there. To take big buses is a little difficult there. But very special place. Haridas Thakur also stayed there for some time. But anyway, Kulingram was very dear to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's heart. And because of the two devotees like Ramananda Vasu and Satyaraj Vasu. Satyaraj Vasu was son of Gunaraj Vasu, Gunaraj Khan, Gunaraj Vasu. So Gunaraj Vasu wrote one book, Sri Krishna Vijay. And in that almost second verse, he says, he says, Nandanandan Krishna Mora Prananath. Nandanandan Krishna Mora Prananath, you can take one word. 4 words, and Mahaprabhu says, because of this line in that book called Sri Krishna Chaitanya, in that book called Sri Krishna Vijay, by Gunaraj Khan, the father of Satyaraj Vasu or Satyaraj Khan, Mahaprabhu says, I am completely sold out to him. Mahaprabhu was glorifying Gunaraj Khan as if he had hundreds of mouths, just because of this one line of hardly 4. And we all know also, Nandanandan we know, Krishna we know, Mora Prananath, but we don't have that bhav. Like Radharani says, Mat Prananath Saeva Na Paraha. So Prananath, he uses that word because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna in the mood of Radharani. So maybe because of that reason, he liked that. So Ramananda Vasu and Satyaraj Vasu, they were appointed as dancers in this group. Then that is 5th group. 6th group. Shanti Purera Acharya Eka Sampradaya Achyutananda Nacheta Tha Arasa Bagay. So in this 6th group, Advaita Acharya has people from Shantipur. Advaita Acharya himself is part of the 1st group. He is the lead dancer. But his people are in the 6th group. Shantipur Acharya Eka Sampradaya. And there the lead dancer is Achyutanand. Who is Achyutanand? The son of Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya had 6 sons. One of them, Achyutanand, is very famous. So he was the lead dancer and others were singing. Now 7th Sampradaya party of Khandera Sampradaya Kore Anyatra Kirtan Narahari Nachetaha Sri Raghunandan. Sri Khanda, not that to be eaten. Khanda Gramvasi, Khandavasi, Sri Khanda. This is also at Katwa side only, ahead. So there 7th party was formed and there the lead dancers are Narahari Sarkar and Raghunandan Thakur. They are uncle and nephew. Narahari Sarkar had brother Mukunda Sarkar, and Mukunda Sarkar has son small Raghunandan. The Gopinath deity at home and mother told, Raghunandan, offer bhoga to the Lord, and Lord was forced to eat because of Raghunandan crying, etc. And then to test him, again Mukunda Sarkar told him to offer laddus. Lord ate only half, and Mukunda observed and he was stunned. My God. That's why eventually once he went to Jagannath Puri with Raghunandan, Mahaprabhu jokingly asked, so, oh, Mukunda, are you the father and Raghunandan your son? Or is Raghunandan the father and you are the son? Then immediately Mukunda said, Raghunandan is my father and I am his son. Mahaprabhu smiled. He was happy. Yes, anybody who inspires us in our spiritual life, he is to be respected as our senior, as our superior. So though Mukunda is father, he is saying Raghunandan is father. He is making son the father and he himself to be son. This is how we can see also how Vaishnava community is free from false ego. Who is the father who will say my son is my father? Uska my bapu. I have produced him. It will take a lot of guts of humility to be able to say he is my father. He is my inspiration in spiritual life. Yesterday we were discussing in one Grahastha community that what if the wife is also say that I am more close to Guru Maharaj. We were discussing about Grahastha life there. How for children, mother is the heroine. For mother, the lady, husband is the hero, leader. And for husband, the Guru is the leader. Like that. But then the one Prabhu asked, what if wife says like this? I said, if it is really the case, you can also take inspiration from her. And also learn some of the principles which you may not be aware, which Guru Maharaj speaks. What's the problem? We should not carry the false ego that I am the husband and she's the wife, a lady who cares. I am the leader for her. We are free from false ego. So I was telling example, like in my class I gave in the morning Bhakti Shastri. Our Vraja Krishna Prabhu, he was sitting there. He's in our counseling group also. He's younger devotee, Saffron. But I was asking him some of the questions. He was answering technical thing. And I did not say, what is this? He is sitting there to hear my class. How can he answer the questions which are asked to me? We don't have to carry false pride like that. That I'm the one. No, some things we can take help of. We call, I think in the modern world, it is word is outsourcing. Some of the things we get outsourced. Everything we don't produce, we don't have outsourcing. So likewise, if the wife is more exalted or more knowing the principle, husband can take a humble role. What's the problem? So here Mukunda Sarkar is showing. So anyway, Narendra was the guru. That means Raghunandan made his uncle as his spiritual master. Narahari Adi Kori Chamar Dulai. He was contemporary of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Narahari Nache Tahan Sri Raghunandan. जगन्नाथेर आगे चारी संप्रदाय गाए दुई पाशे दुई पाछे एक संप्रदाय. Jagannathar आगे 4 parties are dancing in front of the Lord. दुई पाशे दुई, both sides one, and पाछे एक संप्रदाय, and behind one more party. So in together, all together 7 parties. 7 संप्रदाय बाजी 14 माधव Shoni Vaishnava Harila Pagal. So 7 parties. In each party, how many mrudangas? So altogether, mrudangas are being played loud. So hearing that, devotees went crazy, went mad. Have you seen any kirtan in which 14 mrudangas? In our NVCC temple, I have seen maximum 4 or maybe 5, maximum 5. And obviously in Ratha-yātrā, in his illness, Lokanath Swami Maharaj leads and all, then there are, I don't know how many, 6, 7, 8 maybe, Mridang place. Plus that Jambe is also there. So devotees went mad. Vaishnavera Meghavat Harilabadam Ketanande Sabavarshe Netranja. All the Vaishnavas came together like an assembly of clouds. As the devotees chanted the holy names in great ecstasy, tears fell from their eyes like rain. So all the Vaishnavas are like clouds, and from clouds pour down the rains. So the tears coming from Vaishnavas were like rains. Analogies given by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. These are Anandashrus, tears of ecstasy, like that. Any time I have crossed. Any question? I will continue tomorrow. We were supposed to cover 70 verses, but no problem. We're lagging by 21. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for wonderful descriptions.
Thanks to Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami.
Yes, and narrating it. These descriptions are very detailed, actually. Like these 6 groups are seven groups are 14 mridangas players. So I'm just wondering, like, how, and also it's you mentioned that the king has never seen such kirtan party before. So, how
This is
come?
called Prem Sankirtan.
Prem?
When he says that,
Okay.
then he is informed by, if I'm not wrong, by Gopinath Patnaik. He says this is very special Sankirtan called as Prem Sankirtan.
Prem Sankirtan.
All others are doing maybe Sankirtan, but nobody knows Prem Sankirtan. That is only the trend of hallmark of Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I'm just wondering, like, how come that culture was not maintained or
It's maintained. We are
Even-
part of that culture only, no?
no, even now that the Ratha-yātrā happens like that, or
We go, though sometimes not, like always not almost as official, but unofficially devotees are there. Small groups devotees go. Otherwise, sometimes we are called officially also. I remember in 2001, officially ISKCON's presence was there. So we were 1400 of us from
Hari.
Mumbai, Pune, Maharashtra, others. So 1400 and with proper sound system and everything. I don't know whether we were invited by Jagannath management, but it was told to us. And that time Yatra very special, even one rounder was allowed. Because we wanted big group of devotees. So after allowing all one rounders and everyone, then 1400 of us could gather. In those days, Yatras would be small. Like when I had gone in 1998 to Jagannath Puri, only 450 of us. That's one max. So, but then, so now we need 1400, we need thousands. So one rounders were allowed, the special yatra. That is there now also. Is there. You can take, ICC group can go. But now we are also restricted to have Rath-yātrā only in this Rath-yātrā to Ulta Rath. So ISKCON has been choked in one sense, ISKCON devotees. So all the Rath-yātras worldwide will be in this period, at least in India. So little difficult to go to attend Rath-yātrā in Puri now. All ISKCON temples, Rath-yātras will be in this period only because of the court case that happened. There was a court case against ISKCON that how can you have Rath-yātrā in any day of the year? Is this the way? You celebrate Janmashtami in November, December? Can you celebrate Prabhupada appearance day in some January, February? So it went on for several years. Ultimate decision was, the agreement was only Rath-yātrā to Ulta Rath. In this period only, all ISKCON temples will conduct Rath-yātrā. So now we are restricted. Last year I got 3-4 invitations. Bro, come to Rath-yātrā. I said, no, I'm already busy. They have called here also, now also they are calling. Because now all the Rath-yātras of ISKCON will be in this few days only. It is there. Yeah, Prabhu has question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, can you elaborate a little bit about all the characters or great devotees mentioned?
Oh, that will take time. I would recommend you to go through it yourself. Because clarification, answering question is better than repeating it now. It will be repetition. And anyway, I don't remember by memory. It is there. If you read it carefully, you will get it. Sometimes we don't understand some scriptural matter. You have to read it again and again and again. Even if you don't understand, keep reading. Then Krishna in the heart as Paramatma sees, okay, this fellow is very sincere. I will give him the intelligence. Mattah smritir jnanam apohanam. By his mercy, you will be able to understand. But anyway, I am here only for a few days. You can ask me in case you don't understand. Yes, any other?
Chapter
About? No, he's asking these 7 parties, no?
No, about some of the devotees like Narayana, Govinda.
Oh, that is there as he's saying in the Adi Lila. 8 chapter, 9 chapter.
All the
tree of Lord Chaitanya, etc. There you will get. Even I don't know all of them. Narayan, I can tell his name is Narayan. That's all. No second line I can speak. Similarly, Govinda I can speak. Govinda Datta little bit I can speak. Govinda, another Govinda. 2 Govindas are there. One is personal servant of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Other is Govinda Ghosh, Madhav Ghosh, Vasudeva Ghosh. 3 brothers, all 3 singers from Agradweep, like that, and many pastimes about them. But otherwise, even I don't know all of them. It's very difficult. or else we have to get into it fully, thoroughly. Then we may know. Yes, any other? Mataji's? Okay. Yes, Mataji has a question. Give her the mic.
Hare Krishna. Thank
Hare
you
Krishna.
for
Hare Krishna.
the wonderful description and discussion. Just a quick question. So you were mentioning that how the Panda had told His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj that it is Jagannath himself who leads the Gati, right? And so in case of Lord Jagannath's Gati, also are there any recognized patterns like the Hamsa Gati and other Gatis, or
Are they there or not?
are they
They might be there in some another festival, not in this. In this, it is no Gati and all that. That is Jagannath's desire. Whatever way. He's basically intoxicated by seeing so many of his devotees, and he's going to see million more. So he cannot imagine only. He knows what's going to happen. So he becomes uncontrollable, completely intoxicated with love for devotee. Just like we are supposed to be mad in love for Krishna, Krishna Prem. Krishna becomes mad in Bhakta Prem. So that is Jagannath. Anyway, Jagannath is also described in two words, ecstatic Krishna. Anyway, ecstatic, eyes are wide open. He's ecstatic Krishna. Because of the pastime earlier, Mother Rohini narrating Balya Lila Krishna Balram in Vrindavan Dham to all the 16,108 wives. So when Subhadra was guarding the door, then Krishna Balram come and Lord Krishna and Balram become ecstatic. So eyes became wide open, hand bigger inside the hand, legs went inside the bottom portion. So that is Jagannath himself is ecstatic Krishna, but on the top of that, now he's going to meet hundreds and millions of devotees. So he goes. Some other festival might be there, at least I have not heard, but might be there. But there are several festivals in Jagannath Puri also.
At least whenever I've seen on, I've not been there live so far, on TV screen, that it's usually swaying back and forth, back and forth.
Yes.
Is it always the same? Or-
No, his mind is wavering like anything. So Jagannath's mind. So it will not be same always. But it is not mentioned particularly as Hamsagati, Mayuragati, etc.
Okay.
It's an intoxicated Gati, Pagal Gati. Like that. Yes. Acha, you want to say? Yeah, that moves because he's moving, na? And that is what you call very thin and light. So whole thing moves like this. Okay. Yes. Like is there.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you.
You
for
accept
this.
mine also.
Sure.
But like this only. Actually, Ekanga Pranam I should do. I'm neither doing Panchang Pranam nor Dandavat Pranam. Many times we were discussing in the morning. Dandavat Pranam we say. But Prabhupada in one purport says Dandavat means straight, Danda, stick. And like this, when you fall, prostrated obeisances, Ashtang Pranam. That is Dandavat Pranam. So Prabhupada says in that purport, many times we only say Dandavat Pranam. But we don't pay obeisances only. So we are supposed to pay. Like that. Okay.
Prabhuji, you were mentioning that especially with Lord Krishna, there are the three higher rasas which we don't find elsewhere. So, Prabhuji, how are we to view the some of the devotees who interact with Lord Balaji as equals? He plays the gambling match with Hathiram, and in the Ramayana it is mentioned that Jatayu was serving in the parental rasa to Lord Ramchandra, and with some devotees like I think Sugriv, he is in the rasa of friendship. He lies on his lap while resting. So these type of devotees, they are not in.
Some of them get opportunity, but that also is not like Madhuri. What you call Madhya that is there with Krishna. Like within Krishna only, with Krishna only, there are two types of groups. Like his friends. Arjun is also his friend. Yudhishthira Maharaj, etc. But his friends in Vrindavan have that one word is there. What is the word? Some word is there. They are with intimacy. They fight with Krishna and they defeat him. That is not the relationship. Similarly, Vasudeva Devaki are parents, but they have a lot of respect for Krishna. And Nanda Yashoda are different. So they are very small. Madhya is more with them, not with. That's why Vasudeva and Devaki, they are very reverential. But they saw Krishna in the beginning only with 400 forms. That's why Vasudeva, when he goes to Nanda Bhavan, Yashoda Mai has given birth to Krishna, Yashoda Nandan Krishna, and one girl. He cannot see Krishna because though he's in parental ras, he's in Vatsalya ras, his Vatsalya ras is with respect, and that is Vrindavan Krishna. He cannot see with his eyes. So he saw only girl. So he kept Krishna next to Yashoda Mai, and he picked up the girl and he went. So what happened? This Yashoda Nandan Krishna and this Vasudeva Krishna, they got merged. They became one, which Vasudeva could not know at all. It's not possible for him. Similarly, the queens of Krishna in Dwarka, they are in Swakiya Ras, relationship as husband and wife, whereas gopis have Parakiya Ras. Krishna is the paramour. He is called Upapati. Pati is husband. Upapati means paramour. One whom the girl who is not married to him, so extramarital affair. This is Upapati, paramour, lover, outside of marriage. That is possible with Krishna. And that's why Gopi's relationship with Krishna is very intimate. Not that much possible for the queens of Krishna. So with Krishna only, these rasas reach perfection. That's why Mahaprabhu is glorified so much. Sima, it's the highest epitome, or what you call ultimate. Sima, what you call Sima? Limit, boundary, height of that, Prema Rasa Sima, that mellow of love is possible only with Krishna. And that Mahaprabhu is distributing freely. That's why Yadi Gaurna Ito. If only Gauranga would not have come, what would have happened of us? We would have been nowhere. So it's very special, Gauranga Mahaprabhu.
So Prabhuji, are we to understand that those devotees who are not serving the Lord in Parakiya Madhurya Rasa are eternally imperfect?
No. They are perfect. Everybody is perfect. For that matter, Shantaras devotees are also perfect. Dasaras, everybody is perfect only. But if you want more and more, it is possible with Krishna. For you as Krishna Bhakta, which is not for others. Others will have always that reverential. Generally Shantaras, Dasyaras, and for select few in Sakhyaras, that also reverential. Anarpita charim chirat karunaya avatirna kalo sammarpaitum unnata ujjvala rasam swabhakti shriyam haripurada sundara diti kadambata sandipitaha sadha vivaya kandare spuratavaha sachinandana. Sarvam Bhattacharya wrote in glorification of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anarpita charim chirat, that which was not awarded for many years, many millenniums. Mahaprabhu, unnata ujjvala rasam, unnata rasa, higher rasas, as I said. Sakhyaras, Vatsalas, that was never given to living entity. They only Narayan, Vaikuntha, reverential, Dasyaras, like that. No question of Sakhyaras, Vatsalaras, and Madhuryaras. Mahaprabhu offered Unnata Ujjvala Rasam Swabhakti Shriyam. How to perform devotional service to Lord. Okay, thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Shri Krishna Kaviraj Goswami ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Samvita Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi.
Hari Hari Bol. Just a warm up. Lord Chaitanya's dancing is not expanded. So tomorrow we have a wonderful dancing Sri Chaitanya offering all these circles. Back again tomorrow. So let's thank Prabhuji by one standing Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So prasadam for all devotees. Prasadam all. Hare Krishna.